Hi there, my name is Margaret Manning. Welcome to my yoga studio. Thank you so much for watching my audition tape for the Glenview and Wilmette locations. I have been doing some research into the Yoga 6, your sort of philosophy that you have about yoga, and it seems to me like it's really about creating a community and allowing individuals to feel really fulfilled in their yoga practices and taking that with them throughout their day. And this really resonates with me and really fits with my teaching style as well. I wanted to tell you a little bit about a singer-songwriter that I came across recently. Her name is Nightbird, and I think that she could be like Yoga Six's theme music. She has a song right now called "It's Okay," and it turns out that this beautiful young woman who with a voice like an angel is also battling cancer. And recently she was asked, how are you able to get on stage and just glow? Nobody would have any idea what you're going through. And her response was, you can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. And I thought this was such amazing advice. And it absolutely, we can generate our own happiness within ourselves from our yoga practice, showing up each and every day. So the theme for today is generating a little bit of happiness. We're gonna generate a little bit of gratitude. We don't really have time for a full gratitude practice, which is something I would love to do at the beginning of a session. But instead, what we're going to do is start in a seated position. And we're gonna relax the shoulders down the back, draw the crown of the head towards the ceiling so you sit a little taller, and soften the gaze. If you'd like to, you can close off the eyes, take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just a mini gratitude practice here. Bring to mind 3 things you're grateful for. It can be things, it can be people, it can be a situation. Just bring them to mind. And now we're going to gather them up and gather that gratitude up. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Palms pressed gently overhead. Exhale, draw the hands into the heart center and allow that gratitude to enter into your heart. Feeling the heart smile, and perhaps feeling your mouth smile too. It's a little bit of gratitude. Let's take this with us throughout our practice as you gently blink open the eyes and make your way into tabletop position. You want your wrist directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath those hips. We're going to take an inhale, release the heart towards the floor as the crown of the head and the tailbone reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, draw the chin towards the chest. Push the floor away, moving through your cat. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin to chest. Once again, moving into that cow pose, taking a little bit of gratitude here for the spine, not only the physicality of how it can move in all these wild directions, more so than all our other joints, but also the fact that it houses our spinal cord. Allows those signals to be sent from the brain to the whole body so you can move your big toe thanks to your spine. Pretty cool, hey? Last one. And find a flat back here. Now, check in with your hands while you're here and take your first fingers parallel to one another. Tuck those toes underneath and you're gonna engage the belly button, the core, and lift the knees off the mat. Lift the hips towards the sky. Find your first downward facing dog of today's practice. Go ahead and shake the head no and nod the head yes. And eventually you're going to be releasing those heels towards the floor behind you, but don't worry too much about how it looks. If you need to bend into those knees, that's perfectly fine. Find what feels good. On the next exhale, soften the heart and allow it to melt towards the feet, allowing that tailbone to rise up even more. Deep breath in. One community, collective sigh. Let's do that again, knowing you have the whole community surrounding you. Nice deep breath in. We're all in it together. Exhale, big sigh. I just like doing that to see if I can actually get you to do it. Just kidding. Go ahead. We're going to work through some chaturanga transitions. Come onto your high plank here. So you really want that core engaged. Check in with those hands again. You got those elbow creases shining forward, long spine. Nice deep breath in. Let's all go ahead, lower the knees to the floor. I'll show you the modified series so you can always come to it whenever you need it. Untuck those toes. Draw those elbows in towards the ribs as you lower all the way down, knees, chest, and chin towards the mat. On the inhale, gently push the floor away into a low cobra. And then exhale, release. Tuck those toes and lift those hips once again. Find that downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Nice constriction at the back of the throat, accessing that ujjayi breath. Let's do our chaturanga transition one more time. Come into that high plank. Now, you're always welcome to lower those knees down to the floor anytime you need it. But if you'd like to take the full plank variation, you're lowering down halfway. Elbows come in towards those ribs, and then you're going to release them to the tops of the feet. Knees are lifted. Open the heart as you gaze up. Then exhale, tuck those toes, lift those hips. Once again, we're in our downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Love a good vinyasa. Let's move into our warrior series now. So I like to take those big toes to touch at the back of the mat before I step up. Take your right foot towards the top of the mat in between the two hands. And now you're going to make sure that you are not on a tightrope here, that your feet are a good hips distance apart. And if your balance is really off today, they can be as wide as is comfortable for you. Now imagine that you're ripping that mat apart as you inhale, reach those arms up, grab a beach ball overhead between the two hands. Just gently engaging that beach ball, allowing the upper arm bones to come really into that shoulder girdle there. See if you can deepen a little bit into that lunge. Core aware. Nice deep breath in. You can gaze up towards the beach ball. And on the next exhale, we're going to release that back foot down entirely into our warrior two. Now here you can be on a bit of a tightrope if that's okay, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. We really want to be opening these hips up, opening the chest up, the arms out to the side. Once again at shoulder height, nice strong hands and fingers here. Makes you really complete the pose. If you'd like to gaze over that front middle finger and take a little check down, make sure you can see that right big toe peeking at you from inside of that right knee there. Nice deep breath in. See if you can sink a little deeper. I know it's early. We're just getting warm, but you're doing a great job building heat and getting strong. Release that back arm down the back leg and inhale, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Now, there's not a lot of pressure being applied in that back leg there. Okay, because your knee is not bending that way. All of the strength here is coming from the legs, the glutes, the core, the obliques. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, just touch here that warrior two as we travel through, find our side angle. Right arm comes to that right thigh, left arm swoops up by the left ear. There we got one long line from that left middle finger all the way down the whole arm, the whole side body, and then all the way through that leg to the outer edge of that left foot. See if you can sink a little deeper. Gaze up towards the ceiling, just underneath that elbow. And now deep, look down at that right big toe. Inhale, lifting up. Once again, warrior two, and then we're gonna cartwheel the hands into that low lunge there. Step back, high plank. Draw those elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Please don't forget, you are always welcome to use those modifications that we talked about in the beginning. It's your practice. Try not to compete. It can be a challenge in a room full of people. But remember that this is for you. Step your left foot forward between the two hands. Press into those feet once again. You don't have to be on a tightrope. Take those feet as wide as hip distance apart. Reach that beach ball up towards the sky, offering to the sun gods. There's a beach ball. Here you go, sun gods. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Sink a little bit deeper into that lunge. And on your next exhale, we're opening up to that warrior two with the left leg forward. Soften those shoulders down the back. Pardon my back here, but at least you can see it from both angles now. Might help you with your alignment. Check in with that left big toe. Make sure that left knee is staying nice and open. Hips are open towards the side wall, shoulders open towards the side wall. See if you can soften the arms this time. Finding softness in the strength. Flip that front palm, reach back. Reverse that warrior here. Once again, the legs are staying the same way and you're finding that strength through the legs, the obliques, the whole lower half of the body. And on your next exhale, touch that warrior two, just travel through it quickly as we find our side angle. Left elbow comes to that left thigh. Right arm swoops up by the right ear, finding that one long line, really working on opening the heart here up towards the ceiling. At the same time, making sure that that left knee isn't sinking in towards the midline of the mat. And now gaze down at that big toe. Inhale, just a touch of the warrior two. As you exhale into that low lunge, step back, high plank, option to lower those knees, chest and chin, or come to that full chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. We're going to speed it up a little bit now. You know what you're doing. You're doing a great job. We're going to connect one breath, one movement. So when you're ready, we are going to step forward with that right leg between the two hands, and on the inhale, rise up into that crescent lunge. On the exhale, release that foot, release those arms towards that warrior two. Inhale, reach back, reverse the warrior. Exhale, travel through that warrior two into that side angle. Left arm swoops up by the ear, long lines here. Gaze down at the big toe. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, low lunge. Step back. Move through your chaturanga transition as you lower into that low push-up. And then find your heart opener. And eventually we all meet in our downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And out. Left foot steps forward. Inhaling, find that beach ball, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, find warrior two. Reverse here. Inhale, gather up that energy. Exhale, touch warrior two, find side angle. Remember that one long line down the whole side body, gaze up, and then look down at that big toe. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, low lunge, step back. Our final chaturanga transition. Move into your low push-up. And then through your heart opener. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Great job. Give that head a shake no. And then a nod yes. Step the right knee forward, left knee forward. Come back into your seated position. Go ahead, face the front of the class. This time, palms are facing down. Go ahead and close off the eyes. Nice deep breath in. And once again, remember those 3 things that you're grateful for. Bring them to mind, bring them to heart. Inhale, gather them all up, and then bring them into your heart. Adding to that gratitude, being grateful for yourself for showing up to your mat today. We generate our own happiness, and we can do it on our mats right here in this studio. Don't forget, you can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. I really appreciate it. Once again, my name is Margaret Manning, and I would love any feedback that you have, any questions you have, please send them my way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Take care.